Good morning, friends. It's still early, and I'm having my morning coffee, and I'm wishing you will have a lovely day. I hope to. So, my plan today is to work in my garden. I went and I bought my flowers, and I spent $85.29 at our local Mark's store. They have some great deals on flowers. And then there's some things that they did not have, so I went to one of our local nurseries, and their prices are like up there. But that's what you get at a nursery. So I ended up spending, I think it was $109 there. Now, some of you are going to go, what? You spent that much on flowers? Yes, I spent about $200 on flowers. There's still a couple little herbs I want to get, but that's it for the season. And in past years, when I worked and I had the money, it was nothing for me to spend $500 on flowers, perennials, annuals, trees, whatever. So I am staying within a budget. And so let me take you out to my worked in the front garden yesterday. So let me take you out to my garden and show you what I'm going to do and what I got done. I dug up all these hyacinths because they weren't where I wanted them, and I'm going to leave the green on, and they're going in a box, and next fall I'm going to replant those. And a friend of mine was getting rid of daffodils. She had way too many. She has a gorgeous garden. So I'm going to leave the green on again, put them in a box till next fall. And then I had some, I don't know if they were wild or whatever, but they didn't flower. So I dug those up too because I didn't like where they were. So we'll see. It's going to be an experiment, and I'll see how that works out. So why is it that dandelions, I think they're smart, they always plant themselves like right in the middle of a plant. So, and the dandelions here in Ohio have just gone crazy this year. They're everywhere, and it's really pretty in the green lawns. But I don't like them so much in my flower bed. Good afternoon. So I went shopping for all my flowers today and some veggie plants. And I want to show you what I got. So first thing, I got a $1.50 large iced coffee from McDonald's because any size is $1.50, so that's a good deal. So I got one of those. And then I went and I picked up all these flowers. Now these are 2 flats of marigolds and 2 flats of zinnias, and I got those at Mark's. Then I went to the local nursery and I picked up a few veggie plants because I want to get my cabbage in. Broccoli, cauliflower, a couple squashes, and a couple of herbs that I didn't start early enough. So I want to try some stealth gardening. So I got 3 red cabbages that I'm going to be planting with flowers. And I got these beautiful, not clematis, I forget the name of them. Anyway, if I think of it, I'll put it on the screen. They were half price because they're coming out of bloom now. And there goes the landscape dudes. And I got some lemongrass that I've been trying to start from seed, but nada, nothing happening.
And these two beautiful coleus. I hope you can hear that. And I got some sun patience for the front because I get a lot of sun there. And this little cherry tomato was broken off, so she gave it to me for $2. So then I got over here, and this is all going in my front. I like these bronze-leaved begonias. And I got 4 geraniums and these daisies and a couple other different things. So I dug up these lilies, and they're early blooming and very small lilies. I believe they're yellow, and they were over here in this corner, and this hydrangea just overshadows them and they never bloom. So I dug these up, and I want to transplant those. And I have actually a lot of things that I want to just transplant and put different places because some of them just get too tall. So I've got that project going, and a lot of my perennials are starting to come up. And I've got several of these, oh, I forget what you call those too. But anyway, I need to dig those up because they grow into trees. I used to have the whole bush here. So lots of things to move around. And then if you guys ever want, if you have a sunny location and you ever want to fill it up with flowers, get some cone flowers because they multiply like crazy. I mean, these are all new baby cone flowers, and I like to just keep them here in this corner, and they just multiply like crazy. So over here, I had some other irises that weren't blooming, and I watched a couple YouTube videos, and I kind of knew this, but I forgot. And they were just planted too deep. They like to have part of their, I guess their rhizome up above the ground and just their little roots down in the soil. So I dug all those up, and I'm going to redo that, and I'm going to plant the other little irises over here too. And this year I had one little tulip come up. So lots of work to do. These forget-me-nots, they're volunteers. I have one there, one over there, and one over there, and I'm somewhere. And I'm going to dig those up and plant them here. And I want to take my phlox. I have one here and one on the other side that's just covered with grass. So I want to dig that up and put it in through here. I normally don't plant annuals here. I have these pots that look like stone, but I forgot to take them in over the winter. So they're all falling apart. I'm going to try and use gray spray paint and get another year out of them. We'll see what happens. So some of those flowers are going to be going into my window box that looks like a Morticia garden over there, because it still has most of my annuals from last year. But lots of work to do here in the front, and I'm thinking about seeing if I can't hire a helper to help me transplant some of these things. Now over here, I hope you can see that. It's kind of dark because we're in the shade. But I have 3 peony bushes that I want to take up because you can't see them. And I want to plant them over there. And then I also have some peonies over here. And I want to dig those up because you can't see those either. And this is my poor lilac that's dying by inches. So eventually that's going to have to come down too. I got a lot of scale on some of my trees this year. But, you know, that's nature. So I've got a lot of work to do here in the front. And right now I want to just focus on getting that middle flower bed done. It's like I have to cut these up into sections. And then I think I'm going to cut the cable because I've got a direct TV thing here, and I've got a dish thing here, and I want to cut the cable, and it looks kind of not so good. So I want to get rid of both of those and just figure out something else. I do have Netflix and I have Hulu, so I'll probably just go with those, and I also have Prime. So that's the update on my front garden. Oh my goodness, so look at me. I'm all red. I'm taking a break. I've been digging up my front flower bed and transplanting things. Been transplanting my irises that were too deep and not blooming. Feeding them a little bit, and I know this isn't the right time of the year to do irises, but it needs to happen. So this year they probably won't bloom, but they may bloom next year. That's my hope anyway. So I'm all sweaty and icky, and so today it's like 82, and I'm just, I don't know, the old gray mare just can't do what she used to. But I'm trying to get everything set up in my front garden so that when they come to mulch, which they usually do once a year, that will be all done. So I need something cold to drink, and I need to stretch out my back for a little bit, and then hopefully I'll get everything finished, because tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and that would be perfect. And everything is really dry, which is unusual for this time of the year here in northern Ohio. All right, I'll be back later. Hopefully I'll get this done today, if I don't totally poop out. And we'll see what happens. Friends, it's about 6 o'clock. I've been at this pretty much since this morning. But I got this part done. I still have some grass I need to take out. Over here I need to do some degrassing. But this is done. I got my irises planted. I think these are like bubblegum irises. They're variegated. Supposedly they smell like bubblegum. And the little short irises, I got those in. I got my forget-me-nots, 2 on each side. I still have to water. They're looking pretty droopy. I think these 2 are salvia. They're pink. And one is way smaller than the other one. But they'll catch up. So, yeah, that was a lot of work. And hopefully by next year the irises will bloom. And I still have to plant, I have 24 gladiolas that I'm going to plant here, but I just can't do it. I need to go take some naproxen, which I don't like to do very often because it wrecks up my stomach, but I'm very happy that I got that done. And I divided my flax in half. So there you go. There's the latest update on my front garden.